Leaking truth is not a crime!
From Iraq to Palestine!
Leaking truth is not a crime!
Let's make some noise for the prime organizer of this event, and a great thank you to Gabriel Conaway. Many people and groups made this rally a success. Let's also thank the San Diego Coalition for Peace and Justice. My name is Michael Anderson. I'm a queer activist and union organizer. I'm a board member of Activist San Diego. I wear numerous hats within the social justice movement. And what I'd like to speak with you about is how these movements are interconnected. The second-class treatment by the state, the LGBTQAI people currently grow increasingly discontent with, is not the issue. It is one of numerous examples of the failure of the current system. Our struggle does not differ from that of the working poor, who struggle for health care for themselves and their families. Is that not what we struggle for? Yes. To ensure that our partners and our loved ones have access to medical treatment. Our struggle does not differ from that of immigrants, who are told to forget their culture and assimilate to the societal norm. We too are told to hide our culture and our personality traits. We are told to not act gay, which is not only a homophobic comment, but a misogynist comment, because it's rooted in anti-female sentiment. Everything is connected. It's clear to see if you look for it, because we are all a part of the same system of oppression. What affects one does affect all. What does equality for us mean if the system we demand equality in is broken? What does equality mean for us if the economic system is unequal? Queer people are at a disadvantage economically and in many other ways in this country. We are more likely to suffer from mental disorders such as depression and addiction. We are more likely to drop out of high school. This means that we are more likely to be in the lower section of this class system. There is an economic draft in this country. Right. This means that those who are at an economic disadvantage are more likely to have the need to serve in the military. Right. With more bases than there are countries in the world, our military empire needs troops. As the military becomes more gay-friendly, the more queer people will be willing to serve. We must fix our economic system and end the state's imperialist conquest, or queer people will not be free. Right. The issue of punishing those who leak information that shows atrocities that have been committed in our name and unjustly kept secret by those who perpetuate war and occupation on others is a civil rights issue. Whistleblowers must be protected. The media must not be censored, and freedom of information must be upheld if we are to live in a free society. When we as LGBT people come out of the closet revealing information that angers and confuses some within the general public, we risk our safety and our freedom. When queer people hide who we are because of the fear of losing our jobs, as is the case in more states than not in this country, you are not free. When one must fear losing one's job, one's freedom, and possibly one's life for revealing war crimes, for revealing the true nature of war, you are not free. That's right. From the Iran-Contra scandal to the Gulf of Tonkin to the truth shown on collateral murder, the state has attempted to hide the truth and expose the military-industrial complex for the corrupt, insidious, treasonous system that it is. Anyone who has the courage to stand in the face of this evil, risking imprisonment, confinement, and submission to inhuman conditions of living, should be hailed a hero and set free immediately. Speaking truth to what seems to me to be madness is something I can, as a queer, relate to. We risk our safety by simply being honest and open about who we are. We are called diseased, child molesters, sexual deviants, and even blamed by some for terrorist attacks and natural disasters.
We support you!
Bradley is called a traitor, and some have called for his execution. This is because he, like open queer people, has challenged the status quo and exposed the system of injustice for what it really is. The people of this world are together. We have said time and time again, no to war, no to secrecy, no to war crimes, no to oppression. I have hope that if we continue to organize, to come together in true solidarity that is practiced and not only preached, we will see a better tomorrow. We must use every tool, every contact, every pressure point to demand the release of Bradley.
Yes.
Guilty or innocent, the allegations made against him by the state, Bradley Manning must be released. I would like to end with a quote by former Socialist Party presidential candidate, union leader, and founding member of the Industrial Workers of the World, Eugene B. Debs. He was arrested in 1918 for giving a speech denouncing American participation in World War I. He was convicted under the Espionage Act of 1917 and sentenced to 10 years in prison. While there is a lower class, I am in it. While there is a criminal element, I am of it. While there is a soul in prison, I will not be free. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. Let's make some noise. We'd like to make one announcement before. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the Joyce Beer Center, Activist San Diego will be showing the movie Collateral Murder. We will also be having a discussion on what San Diego can do to free Bradley. 1, 2, 3, 4, free Bradley and the war. 5, 6, 7, 8.